So the session is on recording, and like I said, welcome to tonight's session. Tonight's session is Introduction to Project Management. Yeah. We are going to look at the basics of project management, what is involved. So I'm going to pull my screen and we'll start from there. Yeah. So I hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
we
sir.
can.
Yes, we can see it, sir.
Better. So, what is project management? We are starting with a simple definition of what project management is. If you see here, I use the word application of knowledge. Application of knowledge. What does this mean? Whatever you learn in project management and whatever you learn in this class, you can apply it anywhere. You can apply it in banking sectors. You can apply it in telecoms. You can apply it in oil and gas. You can apply it in public services, government. You can apply it in education sectors, health sectors, anywhere. It's limitless. Project management is not related to any section. For you to say, yeah, project management is related to only IT. No. It's a universal knowledge that can be applied anywhere, anytime. So, project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities to meet project requirements. It involves initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, and controlling project activities to achieve specific goals within 3 defined constraints. So you can apply these skills, tools, and techniques to any project activity. It doesn't matter the domain or the industry where you are running that project. Whatever you learn, you can apply it. And why applying it? You're applying it in that project or project activities so that you can control, you can have control over these 3 terms, timeline. So you can have control over timeline of that project. You can have control over scope of that project, and you can have control over the budget of that project. Anything you are doing in projects, no matter even if it's a bridge, building bridges, building houses, is these 3 things. That is your job there. Your job is to manage the timeline. For instance, they say they want to build a bridge. How long is that bridge going to last? They have built it because it cannot be forever. They said the bridge is going to be built in 6 months. Then we need to understand the scope. What is the scope of this bridge? Are we building bridge across the whole Nigeria, or are we just building bridge from Asaba to Onitsha? Where are we building this bridge? That is what they call scope. How much is it going to cost to build this bridge? That is the budget. So these are the 3 things you are managing as a project manager. All the knowledge you are going to acquire, you are going to use this knowledge to manage these 3 constraints. We call it 3 constraints because this is where you will start having problems. If they are going to sack you in that project, it must be because of one of the blunders you are committing within this area. You are going to commit a blunder in your timeline. You are going to commit a blunder in your scope. Or you are going to commit a blunder in this budget. This is where your problem is going to start. If the project is meant to be 4 months project and you are trying to spend 6 months, that is a project blunder. For instance, I hired you and I told you my wedding is coming on 21st, or let me say on 27th of December. That is my wedding date. I told you that is when I wanted to wed, on 27th of December. From now, plan this my wedding till 27th. And we'll have a date. That is the when that project is. And at the end of the day, you come and told me that, Mr. Charles, this wedding is going to be on February 14th. Yes, February 14th. I want you to do it because that is not on a plan. You have different, that is different plan. That is not my plan. It's out of timeline. It's out of my timeline and it's out of my scope. You want me to do it because you want it to be on Valentine's Day. What concerns me in Valentine's Day? Are you sure I'm celebrating Valentine? That's where the problem will start. I told you. That's where you see problem, major problem. Even if you are my wife, I called you. This is how much I have for this wedding. I have 5 million naira for this wedding. No more, no less. And you come and told me, this wedding, you give me bill of 10 million. For what? You see, that is where the project manager started messing up. You forget your timeline, you forget your scope, you forget your budget, then the project is expected to have a problem. So these are the 3 things. When you are performing within these 3 areas, then you are becoming a project manager. When we say it's 4 months, for instance, we say this boot camp is going to be 4 months boot camp or 3 months, but let's just agree that it's 4 months. And we deliver within 4 months. Then that is it. And what everybody is asking. Then, if after 4 months and we couldn't deliver this project, and there is no genuine reason why, then you see we fuck up. I told you people that this training is going to cover project management. Project management. I didn't say project management and data analysis. When I start teaching you people project management and data analysis, I'm the one that is deviating from the scope. I told you guys this boot camp is 50,000 naira. And later I start telling you people, you still need to pay 20,000. That is not a plan. I don't do that. That is me. That is project. So what I'm telling you is, stop having an illusion that project management can only be when you get a job with Facebook, or when you get a job with Google, or when you get a job with OpenAI. See this bootcamp as a project. That is number one. We're already in a project, a big project that can define your life, that can unlock opportunities for you. That is project management. So I try to break this definition down so that we can understand it. It's a 3 lines, but it's bigger than just 3 lines. So understand. Once you understand it this way, you don't have problems. Forget about all these big theories, all these big textbooks. They are just trying to build castle. As a matter of fact, they are packaging it to make it look big. Yeah, it's big, but forget all those big grammar or big terminologies or big. Yeah, understand it in a very simple way. It's as simple as that. Importance of project management is extremely important. Why we do have problems in so many projects is because we look down on project management. Anybody can feel that, yes, I can manage it. Yeah. Okay, now let me ask you a question. How many of you here can manage a wedding? How many of you here can manage a wedding? You see?
I can manage a wedding. I can.
Oh, with what qualification or which skill set? Mr. Life Charles, how can you manage a wedding? Tell me the things you need to do if you want to manage a wedding. You say you can manage a wedding, Mr. Charles.
Yes, I can manage a wedding. Good evening, Mr.
So
Charles.
what is the first thing you need to do if you need to manage a wedding?
If I need to manage a wedding or handle a wedding program, first of all, to know the date the couples want the wedding to take place. If it should be in December, I have known the time, the duration it will going to take place. Then I will ask them the scope, both people that will be inviting for the wedding, the capacity of the audience they are anticipating, whether they want a flamboyant wedding and the nature of the wedding they want. Then the budget will help me to stimulate what they want. So knowing the date for the wedding, the nature of the wedding they want, and their budget. If the nature of the wedding they want exceeds their budget, I will not tell them, based on your budget, look at what your wedding is going to cover. So the budget, the date, and the nature of what they want, what their wedding to be, will now guide me to plan it, put into consideration the date, then both those that we cook, the MC, the DJ, entertainment aspects, feeding aspects, those that will be taking the need for ushers, every aspect of it will be taken care of. Once I am working towards the date, putting into consideration the money that is involved. If the money is not enough, if I should get, for example, 5 ushers or 10 ushers, the budget will now help me to know whether I will reduce it to 5. If I should cook 5 bags of rice, but the budget is telling me that he can only cook 3 bags of rice. That is when I will now streamline the budget based on their variable. I streamline what is going to take place, both the feeding, every aspect of the wedding will be dependent on the budget for it to be actualized. I will be communicating with the person who gave me the contract when I must have outlined the scope of the wedding, what I involved based on the budget he gave me. I'll not go outside the budget. If not, I really want to pay. So I'll be work with the budget and then present to him, tell him, look at how it is going to be actualized, that this one, the DJ will be informed on time so that it will take lesser money. Those that will be in charge of food have to be paid on time so that we will reach agreements. If car will be involved, we pay on time. Those who will bring the car, all the intricacies of the wedding preparation will be taken care of. I think with this approach, I can actualize the management of that particular wedding.
Mr. Charles, yes, because you know activities in wedding, but you can see that everything you are mentioning what happens in wedding, but everything is modeled up. And believe me, along the line, you are going to be overwhelmed because yes, you are managing it, but you didn't plan this wedding. I don't see any plan in this wedding. You know, why I say you didn't plan it? Number one, you do not even know the first thing to do. You say you are going to understand the date. The first thing you are going to do is to identify the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders in this wedding? Who are going to be the funders? Who are going to be the couples? The two couples who are going to wed, they are basically stakeholders. Parents, yeah, they are stakeholders. Who are all the stakeholders? People who are going to contribute, affect. You are going to identify all of them. Then you have a meeting with the stakeholders. And then you get what we call project brief. They need to tell you what they need. That's why you got that requirement called project brief. Then after the project brief, you come back and do what we do, project work breakdown structure. You break everything down into phases. After breaking it into phases, then you need to start what we call project planning. You need to create a project plan. These are the things will help you. Forget about a budget, how much. Yeah, when you create a plan, you start taking it one by one. When you create it by phases, you know which one comes first, which one comes second, which one comes third, sequentially. You see that you are managing it with ease. But with the way you are explaining it, you're already sweating and you will not even gone halfway. You will walk and you become overwhelmed and you even start fighting everybody. You start fighting with the wedding owners because it was not planned. And that is the problem we are having here because everybody feels he can manage a project. Are you getting my point? You've not mentioned any key terminology that shows that you're a project manager. You have not mentioned any key document you need to create. And these are where we start having problems. Everybody wants to feel you can do it. Some people will make 50 million. You say, I made this money. I want to build a house. Who said you cannot build a house? If you look around, you see some building, they have been building that house for more than 20 years. If you go to so many churches, you see some churches, they are building that church for even before I was born. That misconduct in project management. If you go to so many local governments, if you go to so many, even individuals, some people started a house, they cannot finish it. Why? Because it wasn't properly managed. They don't want to hire project. It's important. I've had a situation I call, they say, we are project managers, and that's okay. How much is it going to cost me to build a duplex? They say it's going to cost, what's give 50 million if you're going to do everything. And we start the project, we find out that we already spent 50 million. And there, if you look at it, hey, well, God, not be like that now. Not be like that. So they get at it. You see, they've dragged, that's how a lot of people, they drag you into projects. They've told you, they've called doing the costing. They've told you it's 50 million. You brought 50 million to build the house. You find out that even 100 million cannot finish the building. And you don't have 100 million, not you have 50 million. And you see that house will become standstill. The next thing people will say, no, he started this house, he can't finish it. No, it's people from village. They've gone there to bury something in that building. That's why he cannot finish that building. It's not true. It's lack of planning. Because if they have given you, if you have contacted a quantity surveyors, they carry out feasibility studies and everything, you find out the quantity of materials you needed to build. You might say, no, I don't have this kind of money. It's better I build a bungalow. This is what my money can reach. And you start a bungalow, you finish it. When you finish it, village people are not going to be there again. But when you want to build duplex, village people will come. No, it's not village people. It's because of lack of planning. If you plan well, you know you cannot bite more than you can chew. Some people who want to build a website, they say every page they can hear about, they build like they wanted to create up to 200 pages in a website. They go halfway, they create up to 50 pages and find out that they needed more time to create more pages. And the timeline is already elapsed. So you need to understand project management. This is where we start separating project managers from quack. Let's say in Africa, 70% of project managers in the market are not qualified. Yeah, they are project managers, they are managing projects, they are running projects, they are not qualified. And that's why you are seeing crisis, project crisis. People can start something, they cannot finish it. Government will start something, they cannot finish it. It's because it was not planned very well. So many people do not even understand the budget, how much it takes, because there's no proper, no breakdown structure. Breakdown structure will help you to list everything, all the activities that need to happen. You break them down. Then you start sorting them. Which one comes first? By phases. Phase one, initiate stage. During the initiate stage, understand all the activity within the initiate stage. Then you have planning stage. Understand all the activities within planning stage. Then execute stage. Understand all the activities in the execute stage. Then under closure stage, you understand all the activities. If you don't plan well, you will take activity from closure stage and then put it in the initial stage. That's you modeled a lot of things up. And when things are modeled up, you start struggling. Even if you have enough funding, you will still struggle because things are modeled up. you must go and start creating what you don't need to create first. You tie the resources down. When you need to create the relevant, you don't have enough resources. So that's why you need to streamline it, know which one comes first. And that is what it means that you are a project manager. That's where we separate project managers and non-project managers. So that is why it's important that we have project management training before you can call yourself a project manager. It's important. So project management plays a crucial role in ensuring the successful delivery of projects across various industries. It helps organizations to achieve objectives by ensuring project goals are clearly defined and aligned with organizational activity. Just like I told you in the wedding planning, you need to clearly define the goal when you sit down with the stakeholders. Mind you, you need to sit down with the stakeholders. For instance, you are going to have a problem. If you are a wedding planner and the person who is bringing the money is the father of the wedding groom or the bride and the bridegroom, he's the person funding it. And you have to go and have a meeting alone with the bride and the bridegroom. Because after planning and you don't know how much is going to be funding going to be made available, you are going to struggle. If you are having a wedding and you are having it alone with the groom, or let's say the bride and the groom is bringing the money, the bride will tell you, I want to a Lexus Jeep. I want a convoy that will carry me. That's what I want, the best wedding in town. In short, I want my wedding gown to be imported from New York. Is he bringing the money? So if you follow that, you are going to have problems. So that's why you need to understand who are the stakeholders. You sit down with the stakeholders and understand what they want you to do. Whoever is bringing the funding is a big guy in a project. You understand who is the funder? It's extremely important. Optimizing the allocation of resources to maximize efficiency and minimize cost. How much you have will determine, just like our friend said, yeah, you need to know how much. Budget is important before the project starts. At times they will come and tell you, depending on the kind of people you meet, they will tell you, we have 5 million for this wedding. Go and plan everything you are planning around 5 million. Some people will call you and tell you, this is the kind of wedding we want. Forget about the money. We want this wedding to be held in Dubai. We want the friends and the family of the two families to be flown to Dubai for this wedding. You can see a big wedding. We want the best hotels in Dubai. We want the best Disney in Dubai. We want the best food in Dubai. Yeah. They are not telling you that we have 5 million, but they are telling you where they want that wedding to be and the class of that wedding. Then you need to go down and start costing. At the end of your costing, you might come and give them a bill of $2 million or $3 million for the wedding, to fly the whole brides. If they want a private jet, it depends on the kind of, so you plan everything, cost everything, and give them the bill. If they can afford it, then the planning starts. So these are ways. But so some people will tell you 5 million, no more, no less. People like me, I tell you 5 million, I have 5 million. Oh. If you want to go to the moon for your wedding, good, are fine. But me, I've got 5 million for this wedding. No more, no less. So you need to understand where they are coming from. So facilitate effective communication and collaboration among stakeholders. Yeah, I've mentioned stakeholders. You must know who to talk to. If you don't know who to talk to and you're planning, you can even come to the house. If he's a funny gate man will even start telling you how you want the wedding to be, and you gather requirements from the gate man and go home and start planning with what the gate man said. Because you see the gate man, he might look very well dressed in a tie, you know, say, yeah, I'm here for, okay, you are the one for the wedding. Yes, well, this wedding is a big wedding. We want 2 cows for this wedding. The gate man will make it big because he wants to enjoy. You got that requirement and go home and pack. So at the end of the day, you will know if the gate man is the person that going to. So it's important. When I was starting my project career, I just joined this company and I didn't know who are the stakeholders. Yeah. I went through the list in the project Microsoft team we are using. I saw all the people within that unit, and I sent messages. So the first person that replied, say, yes, yeah, Mr. Charles, welcome to this company. This here. This guy has been expecting this project. Yeah. But he's not a big stakeholder. He's not an influential stakeholder. He started telling me what he want, to be done in that project. I already gathered a lot of requirements. But I found out that this guy is just a normal guy. Yes, he's in that unit, but he's not the person I'm supposed to get a requirement from. If I proceeded with the requirement I gathered from him, I would have been in a very big mess. I sent a report because when all of us, we made some mistakes when we are starting. When I was supposed to send a report, instead of sending a report to a particular stakeholder, I send the report to all the employees within that unit. Everybody got, even people that are not supposed to see that document, everybody saw that report. People ask, what is this? What is this? Why are you sending me this? Charles, why are you sending me this? Yeah, it can be embarrassing if you are claiming that you are a project manager and all of a sudden you send. No, if anybody is getting a mail, is it called spam? It's spam. You are spamming, they don't care, they don't need it. So you must understand whom are you going to communicate with. It's important. Communication. All the documents you are producing, they are very sensitive. Don't send it to the wrong people. So facilitating effective communication, collaboration among stakeholders is important. Mitigating risk, addressing challenges proactively to minimize disruptions. Risk management is essential. You will not understand the risk involved until you start creating plans. Like you create a project plan, you start seeing John is supposed to submit a report by Monday, to this Monday. by 12 noon. It's already 7 p.m. I didn't get this report. We already started having delay. That's how project delay. We were okay. It's not only John. Nkechi is supposed to send another report. I've not seen any report. So it means they are supposed to finish their task. They are sending the reports. I've not seen any. So 2 project team members have not sent the report. That is project delay. We're already shifting from our timeline. They are not. So this is a risk, very risky environment. So we must have a way of mitigating and addressing challenges proactively. Yes. So this will help you to know if you don't have project plan, if you don't have RAID log, that's risk management activities in place, it's going to be difficult for you to capture risk, for you to see red lights. Because if you manage it very well, if you go to project plan, if there is delay, you will see the red lights will be vivid on your project plan. Everywhere you go, you start seeing red light. You know that you are at risk. Your project is at risk. Providing a structured approach to project execution, leading to improved project outcome and customer satisfaction. So that is why it's important for us to know how to manage project, to be trained to become project managers. It's not because anybody, yeah, like I said, anybody can manage a project, but that you are managing a project does not make you a project manager. Yeah, you can call yourself a project manager, but are you qualified? Are you experienced? So these days, companies hire you because you are experienced. Even if after this training, that's why we put internship in this training. No matter how small it is better than nothing, that you do not have any experience at all. If you like, have all the certification, have PMP, graduate from Harvard, and you don't have experience, it's going to be difficult. Because it's not the way you see it in papers. It's not the way Mr. Charles is talking about it. It's the way it's going to be in real life. Mr. Charles will tell you you have a meeting, you are going to have a meeting with stakeholders, key stakeholders. When you finish having a meeting with them, then you, yeah, I said it. It's very easy to say have a meeting. But come in real life and have this meeting with stakeholders. You invite a stakeholder for a meeting, and a stakeholder will tell you, well, Mr. Charles, I'm starting my annual leave this Monday. So you have to put everything you're doing on hold. I'll be back in 2 weeks. See you. See, you see the main person you are supposed to gather requirement from is telling you he's just starting his annual leave. At this time, you don't pee for your pants. What are you going to do? That is it. Okay, you scheduled to have a meeting with your team in this conference room. After planning everything for that meeting, on getting to the conference room, you find out that the board of directors are using that conference room for a meeting. And you do not have any other place to have this meeting. And you are supposed to have a meeting with big stakeholders in your project as well. Yeah, you cannot go and tell board of directors, the owner of the companies, yeah, I'm happy because I want to build a mobile app for the company. I want all of you out of this. Who are you? You see, you start sweating. Nice challenges. You see it. So when you said have a meeting, do this, It's not as easy as we're talking. We are saying it. When you are doing it practically, you find out that it's bigger than you think. And that's why we're providing this internship. You will see me all the time when I'm teaching you. Mr. Shah is always on time. Whenever he's at class, he's on time. He doesn't miss class until you meet me at the project environment as their stakeholder. And you want to have a meeting with me. 2 weeks, you will not see me because I'm a very busy man. Yes, it happened. I'm very busy with my class. In time, I'm telling you that I'm starting another boot camp in software engineering or AI engineering. I'm busy. But you see, Mr. Chabi and my team, we are ready. We've been expecting you. I said, okay, put it next week. We'll meet next week. And we'll have 2 weeks in 2 months internship to deliver. And Mr. Charles, you're supposed to have a meeting. He's telling you next week. How can you manage all this? So these are challenges. So that's why it's equally important to have real experience. Real experience. Companies hardly hire people because of your certification or your qualification. Hire you based on your experience. So these are why it's important to have project management experience. Is important. That's why the importance of project management. All this is very, very important. Okay. But that's why we are going to deal with a lot of things that are going to, all the concepts, all the documentation, all the activities, tasks, deliverables, how to create a document, all of them, tools. That's what we are going to learn. After that, you can, just by seeing yourself, you know that you are different from others. Nobody would, not me, Mr. Charles, coming to tell you you are different. You know you are different. Only if you do not know what you've come here to learn. But if you know what you've come here to learn, you know that, yeah, something have changed in you. So key concept and terminologies. These are some of the terminologies we are going to be hearing, yeah, all the time in project management. As we start this journey, be ready to hear a lot about. We're going to be hearing about projects all the time. Project this, project. You are going to hear projects a lot. And what is a project? We'll be talking about project management, project this, project methodology, project stakeholder. What is even project? Project is an endeavor undertaken to create a unique value, a unique product, service, or result. Any project you are creating it or you are embarking on, you want something unique to come out of it. A unique, it can be a product, a house. You build a house, at the end of the day, in a very flat land, you start, at the end of the day, you are going to erect a very beautiful structure, a house. If it's a bridge, you find out that at the end of the day, you have built a bridge across a river. If it is a value, at the end of the day, you see that two people have started living together as husband and wife. Results, services, a lot of things. If it's knowledge acquisition, at the end of these 4 months, you find out that Mr. Charles is now a guru in project management. He can even manage multiple projects at the same time. That is result, value. You must create something. That is what you call a project. And you say it's temporal. Temporal is that anybody who is telling you that this project is indefinite is a lie. I said that is a lie. No project is indefinite. Why do I say so? You that I'm teaching you here, your life on earth is a project. Agree or not? Who agree with me? You are a project on earth. You are a God's project. And that's why you have a beginning, you have an end. You cannot stay to, because you are just a project on this earth to deliver a value. Maybe God created you to go and marry a wife and have 3 children. Once you have these 3 children and set them up, you die. That is your God's purpose for you on earth. You are a project. Maybe you are created, like for instance, Jesus was created to come and save us. Immediately he finished saving us, he died and he left. There's not, at the moment Jesus, that he say he's finished. At that time he say he's finished. His work. There's nothing he can do on earth again. If he stayed any one more day on earth, after that, he's looking for trouble. Because his own duration is gone. That's the way God planned it. The next duration after Jesus' departure is Holy Spirit. That's come to take over. That is the project structure from God. Simple. So if the project management did not start today, it started from day one. That's why we have what we call end of life, closure. We call it life cycle. Every project have a life cycle. What do we mean by life cycle? We must have a beginning. We must have subsequent activities following up till we have ending. In project life cycle, we have initiate stage. When the project got initiated, planning stage, when you are planning on what you are going to do on that, how to build that project, and the execute stage, when you're executing the project, and then closure stage. When you close projects, you go home. You might be the best project manager, but once you close the project, if you are a contractor, they don't want to see you in that building again. As a matter of fact, you've come there again, they might not open gate for you. Because as you are finishing, they are taking away the access card from you. They've paid you your money. What are you coming? You might say, I built this house. Yeah, so you build it. Yes, so your activity is gone here. You don't have anything to do here again. So I've been part of so many projects here in this UK, even so many big buildings. But you can't enter that building because the time is over. Whatever they called you for is, you finished. So every project is temporal. I said it. If you go to university, if you meant to spend 5 years in the university and you are spending 7 years, both of us know that you and your parents are not going to be happy. Even the lecturers, even you yourself, you are not going to be happy with yourself because you are meant to study mechanical engineering for 5 years and you are spending 7 years. No, that is not the ideal project for any student. You know, that is it. Your children, the same thing. You have a child, born a child. When you are born in a child, and you see them progressing from childbirth, they are moving to, these are project life cycle. You can call it life cycle. You can call it breakdown structure. They are moving from nursery to second to primary, from primary to secondary, from secondary to university, from university to getting a job, from getting a job to getting married, from getting married, having children, from marrying children, building house, buying cars, for training your children from there to die. Simple, you're gone. So that is temporal. Everything have ending, a beginning. That is project. Then another thing you are going to hear is so much. This is we're talking about key terms, terminologies, concepts, projects. You are going to hear project management. Yes, you are going to hear it a lot. If you choose this path to be a project manager, you are going to hear this a lot. We've already defined what it is. So, yeah, this is the first thing we do when we are starting to define what project management is. Yeah, it's here. Then we are going to talk about triple constraints. We already talked about it. These three activities, these triple constraints, timeline, cost, which is budget and scope. We are going to be talking about it a lot. Then you see this word stakeholders. Yes, we are going to be hearing about stakeholders a lot. They are the people or group of people who have interest, vested interest in that project, directly or indirectly. The project is going to impact on them. Yeah, it's either they are the people building the project, they are the people bringing the money for the project, or they are the people that are going to enjoy the proceed or the benefit or the result or the product of that particular project. They are stakeholders. For instance, all of us here in this boot camp, we are all stakeholders. You, the students, are stakeholders. Me, teaching you people, are stakeholders. Our company, stakeholders. Everybody is a stakeholder. Yes, even your parents bringing money is a stakeholder. Even your husband is a stakeholder. Yeah, your children, they are stakeholders. Because whatever we are doing is going to affect them. Whenever I teach, I find out a lot of children will come and stay with their parents while I'm teaching. They are stakeholders. Some husband will come and join their wife to listen while I'm teaching. They are stakeholders. Because if you become a project manager and start making millions from America, they are going to enjoy it. So everybody, whether they are directly or indirectly, they are stakeholders. My children, they are still stakeholders. You might never see them. My wife never see them. They are stakeholders. But if I get a call now that my wife and my children and they can't break down somewhere and they can't get a towing or any rescue, I'll tell you people I have an emergency and I'll close this. I might close this lesson abruptly and leave. You see, what affected them has affected me and is affecting the class. So these are stakeholders. It must not necessarily be the person bringing the money. Anybody impacted in one way or the other, they are stakeholders. But the only thing we are going to scale the impact, their level of influence in the project. Some people are going to be stakeholders, but they don't have any influence on the project, but they are still stakeholders. We call them low influence stakeholders. Some are stakeholders because once they cough, it's going to affect the project. They will call them high influence stakeholders. Yeah. So we are going to come to all those things. And then you cannot talk about projects management or projects without the word project managers. Yeah. We're going to hear here now project managers. The individual responsible for leading a project team, ensuring the successful delivery of the objective. These are project managers. Yeah. In this our concept here, we are, once you guys graduate, you are project managers. Any project you're handling, you are the manager. You are a leader. You see people, individuals responsible for leading. I want you to know that you are going out there to become a leader. Don't go and make yourself to become a laborer when you're supposed to be. Yes, That doesn't mean you are going to be arrogant. But you need to know your place for you to do your job very well. If you are meant to be staying at the office taking decision when you come to work, and anytime you come to work, you are there at the gate playing with the gate men for them to say that you are humble, that doesn't make sense. Yes, it does not make sense because you spend your time with the laborers so that they say, Mr. Charles is a very humble man. He's playing with everybody. He brings himself down. No. Being arrogant is different from doing what you are supposed to do. When you are supposed to be having strategic meeting with decision makers, planning, you are there sweeping the floor. That is not your job. Yeah. You are a leader. It's important you know what project managers are. You take decisions in a project. You lead. If the project crash, you are the one who crashed that project. Don't blame any team member. Blame yourself, because you have the right to remove any team member who want to crash the project. You are there to protect that project, guide that project. Just like you have a child. That child is your project, and you are the project manager. If that child fails to become somebody in life, yes, you are going to take responsibility, because it may be you didn't train the child very well. You didn't guide the child very well. You didn't train the child very well. You didn't protect the child very well. And you see our society becomes so dilapidated. Kidnapping everywhere, armed robbing everywhere, prostitution, child trafficking, everything. It means that this group of parents have failed. They are not good project managers. Let us not attribute it to government. It's not government. Everything is not government. Parents are supposed to contribute their own. If our parents didn't do much, that's why we have decayed society. They are not good project managers. Don't go and start saying, Mr. Charles is for instance, if I'm here as a business analyst and the project you say because the business, no, don't attribute to business analyst. Don't attribute it to developers, because you have the right to sack anybody in that project if the person is not performing. You have the right to sack the person, because so many of you will go there and start shaking. Once you start shaking, then you don't know your position. You are going to see yourself in a midst of white people, only black person in the white people. Don't look at people's color. Look at what you have come there to do. Because you start feeling, you feel intimidated. Yeah. A leader is a leader. Yeah. And they are ready to support you. All the team members are ready to support you. It's only when you start messing up. Like in our country, you see a lot of what is going on. Banditry everywhere. You know? It's because the governors have failed us. Yes. The Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, is a failure. 100% failure. Because you are there sleeping in the government house and they came to your state and kidnapped school children in broad daylight, and you call yourself a governor. He is a failure. This thing has nothing to do with Bola Tinubu. It has nothing to do with anybody, because there is what we call security votes. Every month, every governor receives security votes. Like Oyo State, security vote should not less than 20 billion. Okay, let me just say 10 billion every month. security votes because of inflation. Yeah, because since inflation they have, yes, that's what they receive because of inflation. So Makinde should be pocketing like 10 billion every month. And and this a million, I say billions. Go and do research. I don't talk rubbish. You pocket that amount of money every month, and they come to Oyo State and kidnap school children. What is the security funding for? No. Every state should know that there is what we call banditry, kidnappers. Is no longer in the news in Nigeria. Then safeguard your territories. All the territories in your state must have protection. Your territory will have what we call forest guard. Every boundary, they have to be doing rotation, shifting. You don't forget police. Police cannot do it. You enforce it. Use forest guard. Pay them. If some people are working in the day, in the night, because the situation warrant that is going to be a shifting. Even a small shop here in London have security men shifting. Some people will come and do 6 to 6, then people will come and take over 6 to 6. That is shifting. What stops you from executing shifting? Security guard across the, these security people is what we call intelligence. Once they see this kind of flooding people, they will alert the police, they will alert different people, and they will see, but how can they infiltrate into the system? And from what I read, the governor is saying, take it easy, that these people have infiltrated our community. They are everywhere now. How can you say that? That's to show you that you don't even know your work. And you are the chief security officer, which is a project manager. Is a gross failure. Yeah. He's a project manager. He's not leading well. And he should resign so that other people can take over. This is it. You get the funding and everything, and they take these children. They beheaded. As a matter of fact, the families of these people should sue the Oyo State governor and commissioner for police to court. They should serve. As a matter of fact, they should even get, some of them should get up to 25 years imprisonment. Even the governor, 25 years imprisonment. Even the commissioner for police, they should get at least 25 years imprisonment after everything for their gross misconduct. Yes. That is the way it should be. Even Tinubu, as Tinubu is not even supposed to be vying for another business. There should be a serious lawsuit against Tinubu, even in the International Court of Justice. What happened in Nigeria within even from January to now should be equated to a genocide. And Tinubu should be sitting answering questions for genocide. That is the one. But we in Nigeria, all of us were there in social media. We're not doing anything. We have lawyers. If you go to law school, they are pumping them. I don't know what they are learning in law school. They are pumping them out. What they cannot even challenge the government. What they don't know what they are learning. I don't get it. But I will stay because if I don't want to digress much in this, because the point I want to make here is that project managers are responsible for leading a project. And the point I'm making that each state, each local government, even in the country, is a project under these people, and they're supposed to lead well. Okay, let's continue. Let's move faster because of time. Roles in project management. What are the roles in project management? Successful project execution requires diverse team with defined roles and responsibilities. Roles and responsibilities, we have project managers. This is a very key role in project management. The project manager lead the project, responsible, is the leader of the project, responsible for overall planning, execution, and delivery. Then we'll have team members, project team members, individuals with specific skills, expertise, assigned to work on various project tasks. Like if we have a project, we have a project manager, we can have business analysts, we can have developers, we can have, even if you are working in a construction site, you can have bricklayers, we can have, they are all team members, project team members under the project manager. Just like we have the president, we have governors, we have House of Assembly members, we have senators. They are all team members under the president. Then stakeholders. Stakeholders are the financiers. They are the team members. Everybody that are going to be impacted in one way or the other. We'll talk about stakeholders as well. Then you have sponsor, project sponsors. Who are the people sponsoring that project? Who are the people bringing the money? Financiers. This individual or group who provide financial resources and support for the project, often at senior management level. Then we have professional career roles in project management. So in project management, there are so many career roles we can pursue, not only project management. Yeah, the first role is project manager. You can become a project manager when you finish. Yes, all of us know what project manager means. Then you can become a project coordinator. Project coordinator is like assistant project manager. Your role is to work under project manager, do small activities like managing schedule, tracking progress, communicating with the team members and the stakeholders. When you have a big project, you see that project manager might have even up to 1 or 2 project coordinators supporting him. But if it's a small project, there's no need for project coordinator. We have project scheduler and planners. Project schedulers and planners, just like project coordinators, but they have specific role. Their own is to handle the project plan, manage the project plan. So that's what they do, project schedulers. Then we'll have business analysts. Business analysts work very closely with the project manager. They are there to gather requirements, analyze. They are the people that are bringing the solution. The solution, the design is what the project manager and the team are executing. They are important aspect of any project. Business analysts, you can call them consultant, business analysts. Yeah. You have risk managers. Risk managers, depending on the size of the project, if the project is very big enough, the project owners might decide to have risk managers to support the project manager. But if it's a small project, the project manager is the risk manager. Then we'll have quality assurance managers to make sure that the project is up to the quality standard. If we have big project, you are going to have something like these quality assurance managers. Their own is quality audit. But in a small project, you, the project manager or the business analyst, can act as the quality assurance manager. Then we have change management specialists, depending on the size of the project. If the project is big, the change management specialist comes in to facilitate organizational change initiative related to project implementation by assessing the impact, developing change management plan, and engaging stakeholders to ensure smooth transition. But when there is, when the project is small, business analysts will always act as the change manager. Yeah. But if it's a very big project that requires a lot of hands, then you find out they are going to have a change manager. Then we'll have project management office manager. We call them PMOs, project management office managers. This is not project managers. Be careful in this particular role. It is not project manager, it's project management office manager. In every organization, we have project management office. It's like a department, project management office. These people oversees the execution of all the projects, making sure that the project is being delivered on time, making sure that the projects use the same formality, making sure that the project have the same standard, making sure the project use the same template, same documentation. Everything is a uniform. These are the people. They are like the police officers of the project, the police project manager, to make sure that the project managers are doing the right thing. This is what they do. They are policing the project managers. So if we have up to 5, we can have up to 5 project managers and 1 project management office manager. The duty is to support different project managers, making sure that they are not struggling, making sure that you are addressing, you have a uniformity in the project delivery. So looking at the definition here, project management or the PMO manager oversees the project management office, which provides guidance, support, and oversight for project management practice and standard within an organization. They establish and maintain project management methodologies. They decide the methodologies the company should use, tools, processes, and provide guidance and support to project managers and team to ensure consistency, alignment with organizational goals and objectives. This is what they do. And this is where we're bringing it to the end. I believe we've dealt with it. By now, we should start feeling like a small project manager already, even though we've not gone far. Yeah. So resources, if you want to go deep, we have Project Management Institute. It's a very recognized body, PMI.org. They have a lot of project resources. You can read the journal, a lot of articles. They even have textbooks like Project Management Body of Knowledge. Yeah, these are the people that develop all these things. We have International Project Management Association, APMA. Yeah, these are not there. So you can, if you want, you can join, but some of them, they collect fees. We have Project Management Body of Knowledge. It's a very big textbook developed by the IPM.org. In conclusion, project management is a critical discipline that drives success in organizations across all industries. By understanding its fundamental key concepts and rules, you will be better equipped to navigate the complexities of project execution. Yeah, it's complex and deliver successful outcome. Yeah, so stay tuned. We started today and we'll continue to fire till we come to the end of this boot camp. Yeah, thank you for being here and listening to my jargons. Yeah, all the jargons for tonight. Yeah, and I hope you are not going to, after going through my class, I hope you are not going to fail my hand. You're not going to fall my hand like all these governors who are falling our hand. As a matter of fact, they all quack. You can call all Nigerian governors quack project managers, you know. They all quack. Even Professor Sonudo Will is a pro. They all quack because I know if they handled, let me tell you, most of you, after 4 months, will be better equipped to lead a state as a state government than all those touts that full government house. So if you have any question, I'm here to take questions. You raise your hand and I'll call you. Yeah. Any question from anybody? Question? Okay. Very good. Okay. Mr. Ben Chikezie Tendali, or Miss, I don't know whether this Tendali looks like a lady, or Miss Ben Chikezie, so I don't know. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Ben Chikezie Tendali.
She's a lady. Good evening, sir.
There you see, I've put it Mrs. You know, so you can collect the Mrs. and delete the Mr.
It's all right, sir. So I thank you very much for the class today. But I want to ask you, at the end of the class, you mentioned the bodies, the PMI, the IPAM, IPMA. But I want to ask, you said we can join these organizations if we want to. Does there necessarily need to be like a certification for us to join these organizations, or can we just go ahead and join the organizations, even though, like you said,
some of them you need to want to join on the IPM, there's certification PMP, so that certification will cost you up to £2,000, to be satisfied. But some people are paying 20,000 to come to UK and do their masters. At the end of the day, they didn't get anything. So, but it's up to you. But the most important thing for me is to cool down and learn project management in this boot camp. Forget about joining or certification. Once you understand your left from your right as a project manager, then whatever you want to join, you can join.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, Madam Aisha.
Good evening, Mr. Charles. Good evening, everyone. My question is concerning the rules, like different rules you can after the course. You talked about project quality manager, quality assurance manager. Me taking this course now, when I'm done, if I want to be like a quality manager, a quality assurance manager, can I venture, can I look into that niche, or do I need any other thing to add to it, sir?
Yeah, if you finish project management, you cannot call yourself a quality assurance manager. Because it's more to be a quality assurance manager, for them to appoint you as a quality assurance manager is beyond just being a project manager. There are so many other modules you need to take or things you need to learn about. But this can just expose you on project standard. So quality assurance is more aligned to business analysis than project management, because there you have to understand the details of the project like the standard, you need to understand what you mean by like acceptance criteria, you know, of every project, like user stories, acceptance criteria, standard audit, all this. So and some of these things is not something we're going to treat. Yeah, but the point is that within a project, I didn't say that once you finish this training, you are going to be within a project. I say within a project, within project management, or within a all these roles do exist, but all of them, you know, you can't just be because you did a project management bootcamp. For instance, now you see business analysis there. If you finish this course, you are not a business analyst. If you want to be a business analyst, then you have to do another bootcamp on business, because what is there in business analysis is even bigger than what is in project management. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Kuku Consult. If I call you twice, I jump you. Kuku Consult.
Yeah, I'm here. I just have to open my videos according to the instructions.
Good man.
So thank you so much, Mr. Charles. This has been an eye-opener. It has been very instructive. I'm not going to ask a question. I'm only trying to say, as a promise in our induction class, please, let the video of the induction class and this one be put in a share point where we can get it. So because personally, I'm a kind of person that likes going over what I've learned repeatedly and become so much good at it. So please, I like the way of presentation, and then I'm looking forward to having the induction class and this class, a place where I can download it and go.
Yeah, like I said when I began, if you join before I joined, maybe you join me, maybe after I've joined. Yeah, if you join before me, the first thing I say when I say that with all the people that I'm going to work with, even the video managers and all the admins, they are starting work today. So I'm not there's a division of labor here, but I make sure that they do their work. And it's because they are starting to, that's why I said they are going to work on it within this week. Everything is going to be working according to plan. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Okay. Samuel Udofia.
Okay, good evening, sir. Good day. I first of all must show my sincere appreciation for this class. Just this class for me has hit me differently, I must say. You know,
Yeah,
I've
Samuel,
never.
you know my ground rule. When you talk in this class, you put your these are my ground rules. You know, when it comes to my class, because like I said, I don't mercy for people in this class, because if you see what is happening in our society, because a lot of quack people have taken over our society, and I don't want that to continue to happen. I want a situation you come here and become a different person. I will change your mindset. You put your video before you talk. That is our ground rule. You start by obeying the instruction. Even the devil heaven says obedience is better than sacrifice.
Okay, sir. Sorry about that. I didn't really get that. Sorry. Good evening, everyone, again. And I want to say thank you for the class.
You see, before I was hoping I was giving you this respect. You are a very big man. But now I can see you look like you are even 17 years. How old are you?
I'm not 17.
Okay.
I'm 38.
Oh,
yes,
you look very young. See the way Aisha is admiring you.
All right, quickly, please. It's about I have a first of all, hitting me differently the fact that our life is a project and we should manage it like that. You know,
Yes.
I've always seen project as building. I do some project, but I've never. It has been ad hoc. Just do this one, the regular way we do, from buildings to events. But seeing that our life is a project has hit me differently today. But just want to ask, being that we are going to still get there, but I just want to have like a foreknowledge. Since some of these projects we are not going to be physically available there, how are we going to, like, I have understood project management before to be I'm on the site, I'm handling the materials. Since we are not going to be on ground physically, how are we going to implement in most of the projects we are going to be managing? Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. If you join my webinars or workshop or even here, I've told you that after our first training, there's a girl in this said she was 17 years. She got a job. They paid her in that job $40 an hour as a project manager for a company based in Japan, and she was based in Akwa Ibom, Uyo, and she did this job for almost 8 months, working from Akwa Ibom for a company in Japan, and deliver that project and be earning $40 an hour, 80 hours a day, 5 days a week for that time. So she made a lot of money, but she never traveled to Japan. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So that's what we call remote. I hope, do you know what Upwork is? Have you worked in Upwork before?
Yes, I have.
So
I've heard of it, but I've heard of it, and I know.
So where do you plan to work? What kind of job are you planning to get when you finish?
No, I would know that by the end of the course. Basically, it's going to be. I know about buildings. I know about events. These are the two basically I've done.
That is what you don't know about project is bigger than the one you know. Yeah, because we have digital projects, and this is where the real money lies. Forget about all these construction projects. Software engineering, software development. These are where people build Facebook. People build all these big applications we are using today, and people work on them remotely. I have so many, if I tell you, up to, I know currently, up to 100 people from Nigeria who have passed through my class. I don't know everybody, I don't follow, but I have at least knowledge of up to 100 people who have been actively working from Nigeria for American companies for 4 years now as project managers. Some of them never even traveled to America. They make so much money, they make more money than even people living in America. You know, some of us living abroad, because by the time we receive what we pay us, once they hit you with all the bills here, the whole money will disappear, but no bill hits them. So remote environment, we are going to be working remotely using remote tools. So by the time we finish, you are going to be part of a remote team. You see the remote work environment. Like, well, these are part of the tools we are going to discuss. If you join our induction, I talk about Freed Camp. That's a remote work environment. I talk about
Monday.com.
Monday.com and the rest of these are remote work environments. Project collaborative tool. I call it project collaborative tools, where you can collaborate with your team members remotely and deliver big projects, bigger project than even building bridges. Yeah, big projects. You can collaborate with people from here. You can collaborate with people from America, people from Australia, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa. Everybody can meet there and be doing their job, and everybody will track what everybody is doing, everybody following what everybody is doing. You can have a meeting using Google Meet, using Zoom. Google Meet and Google Meet, this is a state project collaborative environment. You know, this is remote working. Like what I'm doing now is work. I'm working on a project. I'm working on a 4-month project. Yeah. I'm working on 4-month project to deliver this project in 4 months. That's a big project. And I'm already at work. I'm working. As you're talking to me, I'm working. That's work. Are you getting my point?
Very well now, sir.
And so, and I know a lot of people like my son who just finished his primary school exams, SAT. We just hired someone from Nigeria that tutored him. Yeah, 3 months, they prepared the board. That's a project, 3 months project, contract we gave the guy. That's a project. He finished the project, he didn't come to UK, but he delivered a job in UK and gets paid. That's his project. So this time, if you understand project very well, you know there's a lot of opportunities. You can teach, you can do a lot of, these are projects. You don't need to wait to get a job in local government or to get a job in, no, you don't need it. You don't even need to leave your house. All you need to make sure that you have electricity, or you have a generator, or you have internet connectivity. You make more money than some of those people who leave their house every day, go to the bank, lock themselves up in the bank, come back in the night. You are free. You're free. But this IT project gives us freedom. Good freedom. People, if you know what you are doing, boom, you walk, you buy big cars. People will say you are doing Yahoo. You are not doing Yahoo. People say you are doing ritual. You're not doing ritual. There's a lot of money to make. All these people doing kidnapping is a bad orientation. The time, let me tell you, the time you put in kidnapping, you spend months in the wilderness, animals, a lot of things. 4 months, you've learned how to do project management or 1 or 2 things. You start looking for work online, you get a job, your life begins. All of them, as they are there now, there is chances of risk, but you don't die. Because as you are targeting people to kidnap, they are targeting to kill you. So there's a lot of jobs. If you come to America, there's so many jobs in America, project jobs in America. And to pay a project manager in America is too costly. So all these small companies who cannot afford to hire project managers in America, or to hire project managers in UK, or to hire project managers in Australia, they will come to sites like Upwork to look for cheaper project managers from people like Nigeria, Ghana, India. They can pay cheap, smaller money, and they work for them. There's opportunities. All you need to do is pay attention and learn. Yeah. So I think I don't have anybody raising hand I've not attended to. So yeah, thank you for joining, and yeah. I hope we are raising a new generation of people. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, when I say thank you, everyone, to close, please don't raise your hand.
Thank you, sir.
That's what we call. I'll finish our closing speech, and Ozo Chukwuifeanyi is raising hand. like Father, like Reverend Father said, nah, no. Mr. Gusi,
Thank you, Mr. Charles.
somebody say, Father, I have it. But all the time, Father, say, do you have anything to say? Don't want to say anything. Okay, if I say
Thank you.
Say, I'm not trying to, I'm not gonna cut you up. Or, yeah. If I say something.
So I'm trying to say, yeah, good evening, Mr. Charles and everybody. I appreciate the effort you have put so far in bringing us to the starting, especially the introduction. My own is just to plead with you, sir, especially Monday classes, because it's clashing with that digital which cloud computing. So I just want to plead with you if there's a way we can adjust Monday maybe to Thursday or any other days, but Monday. So that's just why I had to plead.
I'm sorry, I can't promise what I can do. So because as it is now, you see, it's because today is the first day. This class is overlapping with data analysis. So I'm not, because it's just our first day, I just wanted to make sure that I lay a good foundation. That is why we have a bit of fraction of extra time. Because some people here are supposed to be joining their data analysis class. So that's why it's supposed to be 7 to 8, so that they can go and take some water and then come. So I do not have cloud computing itinerary or schedule. We are working. So if I had it, I would have planned with them. But so that's it. But that's why we have recorded versions. And I want to finish as soon as possible. I don't want to delay this because I know some people are planning to get a job. They are going to use to buy a car or build house before December. I don't want to be a call. I don't want to be a call. So because Aisha is highly motivated.
I show for her body.
So if it's possible for her to even jump out from and come and meet me from this
Mr. Charles, motivation for my body too. Good evening, sir. Me, so am I motivated?
I never see a body now. I become the one I see.
Highly motivated.
Okay. Well, no worries. I love that motivation because there's a lot of problems we need to solve. You know, we need to go solve problems out there. So many of them. So thank you, everyone, and good night rest.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.